Hello everyone and welcome to GoldenNova's First Reacts, where I react first all the things you want to see reacted to first, as long as I'm the first person you come to react to things first. Bit of a tumultuous last few days, haven't had time to sit down in front of the computer and process the changes going on right now, but we've got a few new card reveals. We've got a new Witchcrafter as well as a few VJump promo cards, and I think I actually should take a look at the ban list. Yeah, also something that I haven't really sat down and absorbed. I saw some of the changes, but I'm not really gonna internalize them until we sit down and just kind of talk about them. So let's go over a few things right now, starting with the Witchcrafter Seed, a level 4 wind spellcaster with 1300 attack and 1500 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Firstly, if this card is normal or special summoned and you control a Witchcrafter monster other than a copy of this card, or Regulus the Prince of Endymion, you can target one face-up card on the field and return it to the hand. Okay, so this goes along with any of our other summon effects to give us some removal. Regulus was treated as a Witchcrafter card? Regulus, the Prince of Endymion. So this is a manga card for the OCG stories. Someone and you control Witchcrafter monster other than Witchcrafter Seed or Regulus Prince of Endymion. Why is that worded like this? It's not. Oh, unless there's some other card that will be Regulus the Prince of Endymion. That is a spell that is a Witchcrafter at some point. They might be future proofing, or I'm missing something. What the huh? Okay, that's a weird thing. Okay, so it's you summon it, you get removal if you have an established Witchcrafter setup. It is monster specifically, so none of the continuous spells, not the new field spell. You have to have another monster. Second, you can banish this card from your grave to reveal any number of cards in your hand, including a spell, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw that many cards. Oh, a mulligan! And because of the new Witchcrafter support that's better at putting back our banished Witchcrafters, we get more of them, so we can keep trying again for better hands. I'm here for it. This is a nice little addition. You summon it out, maybe use it as link material after you've bounced something, or fuse with it. I'm not your boss. And then you just get to wheel your hand a little bit, try to find something else. That's pretty cute. This is a good addition to the theme. What do we have on the VJump side? First we have Thoroughbred Elf, and I know exactly what I'm making the thumbnail now. Level 4 light spellcaster, 1800 attack, 1500 defense. You can only use this card's first effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can send one equipped spell from your deck to the graveyard, then this card gains 500 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. So free 2300 attack monster while filling up your graveyard. And you couldn't have broken this out when Noble Knights were around. That's fine. That's fine. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can add to your hand or special summon a level 4 or lower light spellcaster monster from your deck, except Thoroughbred Elf. Now, I am positive I remember there being some like elf equipped cards that was in a previous wave of support for something, maybe another VJump, and there is a archetype in a manga that is like elf equipped, but for the life of me I cannot remember any of their exacts. Please remind me what this card was supposed to work with, because I, despite the fact that I can't remember them, I do love equipped decks. I think equipped cards, by nature of them being one of the worst, maybe designed is a wrong way of putting it, but they do have a lot of hoops you have to jump through to make them work, but still you're suiting your characters up with sweet equipment, and I dig that kind of stuff. So whatever cards these are supposed to go with, please remind me, because I need to put it back into my brain. Assault Lion, level 7 Earth Beast Warrior monster, 2600 attack, 2500 defense. You can tribute summon this card by tributing a Beast Warrior monster, so okay. You can only use this card's second effect once per turn. If this card battles a monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. Hey, that is always a dangerous effect to have. Second, if any number of Beast Warrior monsters are normal or special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can tribute summon it face up, and if you do, it gains 500 attack. Also banish it when it leaves the field. Oh, okay. So you can spring a 3100 point monster on the board out of nowhere in a Beast Warrior deck. Okay. This is this is fine, I think. Just like as a one-of in your deck, if you just want a card that can help you close out games, if you have problems just dealing a bunch of damage, the big problem here is that it only deals double damage when fighting a monster. So this cannot swing in directly for 6,200 points of damage. But if you make an opponent's monster attack 0 and you attack, then there you go. This is fun. This is a funny little additional card. Power Connection. This is the last card here. Target any number of face-up monsters you control with the same type, and they gain 500 attack for each monster targeted until the end of this turn. So, okay. So if you have 2 monsters, they both gain 1,000. If you target 3, they all gain 1,500. This is one of those exponential power increasers that can get very dangerous. And second, if you activated Armament Reincarnation this turn, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand, and you can use both effects on the same turn. Armament Reincarnation is the card that is related to this. Armament Reincarnation. That is... God, I hope it is. Otherwise, I'm just losing my mind. Okay, folks, get ready for us to turn off night mode, because we're going to Yugipedia for this one. We're going to light mode. Everyone shield your eyes. Okay, wow, I'm radiating. Special summon Armament Reincarnation tokens up to the number of equipped spells and trap cards with an effect that equips themselves to a monster in your graveyard. Then you can destroy as many cards in your spell and trap zone as possible, including this card. Then set as many equipped spells and traps with an effect that equips themselves to monsters as possible from your graveyard. These traps can be activated this turn. For the rest of the turn, you can't special summon monsters. Oh, that's gnarly. So, in their base 500, but if you get to 5, if you get to 5 of these, then you can target 5. Each one gains 2,500 attack. These all become 3,000 attack monsters that can then equip a card each effectively and then punch. Oh my god. Oh my lord. What else? Well, that's just silly. And I look forward to seeing what we can brew with this, because that seems very funny. Okay, night mode has now been re-engaged. These cards are fun. The new Witchcrafter is just a nice piece of utility. The new Elf battle cards, fan of seeing these. And I'm very curious to see if Assault Lion sneaks into a few lists. I'm not sure what the practical application is, but it's hard to pass up a monster that can potentially deal half or more of your opponent's life points in a single swing. Also, but did you have to call it Assault Lion? That kind of sets up an expectation. There was no slash assault mode in that card at all. I was kind of hoping, you know, the more stupid assault mode support out there, the better for me. For whenever I choose to play dumb assault mode domain decks. I think that about covers all of these cards, what I have to say about them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ban list really quickly, and really learn where the game is at right now. I have heard mixed things. Oh no, you can't say that because of Cool Tune. Cut, smash cut. I forgot to pull up the thing. Smash cut now. Okay, we're back in here. Like I said, this is not a first react on these. I have seen some information about this. I was not able to completely disavow myself of it up until now. But so far, these are some pretty good forbiddens. I was at Richmond, and I was behind on my Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge, so when someone dropped Noroi on me, and I realized that they were just going to see my entire deck that was all about drawing into hand traps to mess with people, I was playing Fur Hires, so the Rex drawing stuff to keep having interaction was kind of the whole deal. And then Noroi's like, I think I will remove the element of this game where you get to keep some hidden information, which makes it interesting. So glad that's gone. And Rose Whip was something that I only heard about like a week or two ago as a thing that Cool Tunes can do. But I'm also glad. Great Shogun Sheen for spell and trap cards is not a great thing for the game to have in general. It doesn't even play well with Naturias themselves, because their things care about you negating cards. And while this it is like a control piece, it doesn't necessarily synergize with other pieces of the theme, so I can't be too upset about that. And then Gimmick Puppet Fanatics Mechanics going away, that's just like an FTK part as far as I know, so Yeah, all good for Bitten Hits. Limited, so Premature Burial and Metamorphosis are back. Wild stuff. I don't necessarily think Premature Burial is going to do anything, though. I think Monster Reborn is at like a full 3 copies now. And while Premature Burial does have the benefits of being an equip spell, and all of the weird things that happen with bouncing your equip spell, a card like that. Okay, no, Monster Reborn is currently limited, so... Damn, there's too many DM staples coming back to 3 that I can't remember all of them. But still, I don't know. I do think that we're kind of outside the realm of Premature Burial being a wild card right now, but which is why it's coming back. Metamorphosis is kind of wild. There are a ton of like good fusion monsters you can cheat out, and there will be some annoying times where people bring out just the most unreasonable creature that you now have to deal with, but I don't know, it is kind of a dumb card, and I like it when we have really dumb cards. Big hits to Yummy, Cupsy, and Yummy Way. Absolutely crazy cards. Snow coming back. So this is clearly because of all the new Fairy Tale cards. You don't need me to tell you that. But I just don't like it. And it's not necessarily that I think the effect itself makes the game bad. I do think in a vacuum it is cool to have a monster that you can throw all of your resources into in a last-ditch effort to stop an opponent's play. I do think mechanically Snow is interesting and does enable like weird corner case stuff. Like if you have cards that like being banished, Snow is a very easy way to trigger those. It's just, it feels so consuming when it is a tool. Decks become, how fast can I fill up my graveyard to make sure Snow is online all the time, and then you're picking through your graveyards to pick the best 7 to get rid of, and it just adds time to a game where our time rules have gotten more and more strict over time. I just cannot, I don't feel good about this coming back. Even though it's meant to bolster a theme that it works in, I'm just not here for it. White Rabbit 1. Branded Fusion. Now, one may assume that I am upset with Draco Tail for getting our signature spell card brought from 2 to 1. But true Branded players have lived with Branded Fusion at 1 for so long that we know that this card is so eminently searchable, so easy to get our hands on, and to recycle that a single copy is not a problem at all. A true Branded pilot will have it glued to their hand, and a true Duelist of Fate will always encounter an opponent with an Ash to meet it. So make sure you bring a strong resolve for the proceedings so that you can overcome such heinous interaction. Rahu Draco Tail is like the Branded fusion of Draco Tail. That's getting hit too. Radiant Typhoon Chant. There's a bunch of Radiant Typhoon cards here. Chant is the draw spell? Question mark. No. It is the one that adds. Okay, I was expecting the one that draws because everyone is playing it. So I don't know how I feel about it. It is kind of quirky how this on-theme draw spell randomly turns into a draw, like an archetypal draw 2 spell for decks that randomly just have quick play spell cards in there, and has been a huge buff to Sky Striker. But at the same time, it just feels the vibes. I don't know, it's the vibes. I cannot point to a reason, Judge. I just think it's the vibes. And Synchro Overtake being a way to tone down Cool Tune. The only real Cool Tune hit so far, aside from Rose Whip, which I think was highly unnecessary for them to have in the first place. I don't even think that's a hit. I would just go ahead and say that that's not something that we should have had to worry about in the first place. Interesting limited list. Very interesting limited list. But also very lopsided with what's actually getting hit. And I don't like it. I don't like it, especially when Cool Tunes do some of the more annoying things. Complain all you want that Draco Tail is an advantage engine that spits out interaction like wild. At least it plays interaction. At least it plays trap cards. Those are the things that people were complaining about. There's not enough trap cards in this game. Draco Tail played the cards, and they were true to form, pretty bad, except that you got to have them for free and interact with stuff. And I do stand by that. I think that if in any other context those cards had the effect on them, you would never play them. You only play them because they're freebies that you get off of fusion summoning. I kind of like that. I think it's cool. But now they're getting hit, and then Cool Tune is still doing all of its stuff. Okay. Lastly, semi-limited. Nothing going to full unlimited. I forgot that was the case. There usually is always one. So the fact that we're ending with Lucius 2, Arthalion 2, kind of blows my mind a little bit. But these are fine changes, right? Arthalion is wild for its ability to be offensive, and defensive is probably the wrong word here, but it does help maintain your advantage. Is it the third one that got you, though? And then Lucius is just like, we're hitting consistency. I don't know. I don't like it when lists are lopsided like this, especially when the list that's getting hit the least is the one that is causing the most uproar. The Cool Tune Mirrors, Dueling DJs is not exactly sounding like a format that's going to get people hyped. Here's hoping that people find the gas that is necessary to change things up at some point, though we will have less tools from the currently available meta to do so. That being said, there are other themes that might be able to come in and change things. I'm still hoping Hecka Hands. I'm still hoping our big Illusion Fusion deck will come back and do something, right? Anyway, thank all of you for watching so much. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you comment down below what you think about the ban list and the cards that we talked about today. Until the next time, Konami drops some juicy spoilers. I'll see all of you next time. Bye-bye. Today's episode is brought to you by Dragon Shield. Get the sleeves as strong as dragon scales and save 5% on your order by using the coupon code GoldenNova at checkout while helping out the channel. It was also brought to you by my lovely patrons, including this month's illustrious Quasar Commanders, Upstairs Media, and the Critic of Innocence, Nebula Navigators, 3rd Dynasty, Adam Zajdel, Ancient Wizard, Andrew Newman, Avi Chali, Battle Axe, Beastsman, Charlie Mercury, Chibi Gohan, Christopher Fuss, Clockswork, Eric, Frankie, Great Big Pillock, Groog, Hairbear, Harry the Ominous Benefactor, Ignavius, Iron Zero, Iskander 711, Japan Man, Carp, Marion James E. Picata, Meme King, Muse Clark, Neon Yaminair, Orozco 09096, Panther J, Pat Poos, Rebel King Lucifer, Red Eyes Jackalow, RJ the Jank Monarch, That One Dumbass and the Wizard Moose, Cosmic Crusaders, Animasta, and Thorak, Anything You Can Say, Blitzwolf, Chaz Ghost, Christopher Fuss, again, Cool Trainer Dark, Da Tenchi 67, Dr. Entity RIP, Drachenwald, Eki Bullock, Eva Padilla, Herbal D, Inblink, J.A. Flair, Julian Marquis, Kale the Dragon, Kryptonian Blurred, Lobomaru 02, Manga Pages, Millennia Asta, Mr. Machina, Natiel Lee Alexander, Not Al Gore, Obsidian, Rhyme Kairos, Rogue Wolf, Seraph SG, Shizuka Nijimura, Simic Toadstool, Sonic 21 Blast, Stepfin Huntsman, The Legendary Raven, The Queen of Time, Tiger X2476, Tristan O'Meara, Zayden, Zaldreka, and Zentha, as well as all the lovely Starlight Explorers you see on screen now. If you'd like to help me in my journey to cover all of Yu-Gi-Oh's archetypes, get my videos early, be a part of these credits and other awesome perks, it would mean the world to me if you would check out the link to my Patreon in the description or consider joining as a YouTube member.